Hi everyone, just a quick intro this time, just to let you know what the video is about. We start the cruise at Gailey, just above Gailey Top Lock, and we finish at a place called Brewood on the Shropshire Union, where we moored up ready for the Queen's funeral, which obviously we watched like many millions of other people. We stayed there till I think about the Wednesday before we moved on, but that'll be the next video. You'll see in this video as well, we came across a couple of canoeists, which usually is fine, but it was right where the narrow section was in the canal, which was a bit strange that they should have been there. Not only that, they chose to stop and wait for us on our side of the canal. There was a bridge the other side of them, and Martin had to go round them and then through the bridge, the narrow bridge, which was a little bit awkward. And to top it off, there was a language barrier as well. But you know, you'll see Martin did really well, and we got round them, not a problem. But thankfully, I was at the front of the boat and I saw them, and I could guide Martin round them. However, if he'd have been a single-hander boater, that could have caused quite a bit of a problem. Certainly for the canoeists. It would be good if, you know, when people are buying these, they are perhaps given a guide to let them know that they should always be on the right hand side of the waterways. I mean, I believe that is international. It's whatever waterways you're on, you're on the right hand side, opposite to our UK roads. But hey ho, it all worked out in the end, no problem. Okay, well, I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll speak to you soon. So, another day, another lock. We are at Gailey Lock, Gailey Top Lock in fact, at a place called Gailey. Unfortunately, there used to be a lovely canal shop here and cafe. However, it seems to all be closed. We did hear that sadly the owner died a few weeks back, so I don't know whether it will come back. Obviously, it's a beautiful roundhouse there, and I believe that's where the canal shop was. So very sad news. Yeah, Martin, there he is. He's coming in. Gailey Top Lock. I better go and do my job, hadn't I, instead of filming. Proper tight through here. If you can see, there's a water point opposite these double moored boats, and directly after the water point is a lock, so there's a lock landing. So there's boats everywhere, very tight. Hiya.
Always meet at the bad bits, don't you?
Always on a bend or a narrow bit. Oh yes. We're hoping to get onto the Shropshire Union today, so that'll be good. Just see Martin at the back. Hope he's behaving. I never know with him. I was going to say, you're facing the wrong way, mate. Lovely blue sky and sunshine. So we're on our way to the Shropshire Union, hopefully. Not too far. Probably be cruising for about 4 or 5 hours today. So we'll see how far we get. There's a lot of industry going on around us either side. You would never know it looking straight ahead, but if you look just to the right here, there's a lot of pipes and all sorts going on. So yeah, this is like a little oasis. There's another big building the other side. I don't know if you can see. Huge warehouse building by the looks of things. Apparently that big building there is an energy recovery plant. This is nice. We seem to have the canal to ourselves. I think we've only seen one boat going the other way so far. And we've been going, what, 3/4 of an hour? Very nice. This is quite nice for me because there's quite a long stretch without any locks. Unlike yesterday, I did 4 locks and the first one was just awful. It was so heavy and it really hurt me. So it's really nice to have a rest today. It's really lovely. And this is such a lovely part. I was going to go and bake some cakes, but I don't want to miss any of this. Seems to be a lot of twists and turns on this part of the canal. You often think of canals as being very straight, but that's not necessarily the case. This is quite windy, which is nice. Keep Martin on his toes anyway. I don't think Martin needed to do that, did he? He was just doing it to make me jump. As you can see, I'm filming. He's a rat bag. Lovely big wide bend. This is Hatherton Marina. We're just coming up to Hatherton Junction, I believe, and we will be turning right. Even though we're staying on the Staffs and Worcester Canal, it does a right turn apparently and goes under a bridge. So we're just coming up to the junction just here, and we will be going under that bridge to the right there. One long blast to announce that you're coming, and one short one to say you're turning right, or if we were going left it would be 2 short ones. And there's the short little Hatherton arm. Doesn't really go anywhere, to be fair. It only goes into Hatherton Marina, and this way, which is where we are going, is going to take us to Ortherley Junction. And at Ortherley Junction, that's where we will turn right and come off of the Staffs and Worcester and go onto the Shropshire Union. Can't wait. Perfect. won't be doing this for long.
Make sure, because it's really
You sod. I think he's a pretty young one.
he's pretty young.
Yeah, you got a couple.
Oh, this is the sewage works here somewhere in here. When we're looking at it on the yeah. That's the sewage works just there. Oh, no, it's there. There you go.
Apparently it's going to get very narrow up here. They actually call it the Narrows. So I've come back to the front of the boat so that I can hopefully give Martin warning if there's a boat coming the other way. So let's see how we get on. We've got passing places apparently. Martin's already sounded the hooter. So fingers crossed we don't meet anything coming the other way.
Give it another blast.
Okay, brace yourselves. Bricks and stone either side, so it's a case of I need to stay perfectly still so I don't rock the boat, and let Martin steer this through. Yeah, you can see how where this has all been cut out, hence why a lot of the canals are called the Cut. See the reflection of the bridge in the water there, look. Bridge number 68. Martin's doing fantastically. You can see where sort of like it's been cut a little bit wider here. There's a passing place, a bit similar to if you're on a single track road and you get a passing place. It's the same on the canals. He's doing brilliant. Thankfully there's nothing coming the other way. Don't know if you can see, there's a couple of canoes up ahead, so I think they're waiting. I think it's very narrow here. It's very good that they've waited. Could have waited the other side. They're to your right, Martin. You need to go that way. Thank you for waiting, but it would have been better that side. We're supposed to be the other side because we've now got to try and get through the bridge.
Otherwise
They don't bend. Careful. Thank you. Unfortunately, there was a language barrier there, so they didn't understand what I was saying at all. They were sitting on the right hand side, whereas they should have been on the left hand side so that we could have passed in a straight line and Martin didn't have to manoeuvre around them. But hey, we're all sorted now. Martin did well. He did very well. So we will now turn onto the Shropshire Union. This is obviously the entrance. Bridge number 1. Martin's doing his usual manoeuvring. So this is the Staffs Worcs, and up there will be the Shropshire Union.
This gate doesn't open fully.
Right.
So
So I've got to sit on it, have I?
Yeah.
Sit on it to hold it open. Thank you. So the first, well, it's a stop lock on the Shropshire Union. I am walking again because we've got a particularly narrow bit coming up. So I'm walking ahead so I can warn other boats, or I can tell Martin that there's a boat coming. So I shall show you how narrow it is in a second. Okay. You can see just enough width for one. Just going under the M54. Nice bit of graffiti. You can still hear the M54 in the background. So loud. I know where we'd rather be. Seem to have like a narrow bit and then it opens up wide for a while, and then there's another narrow bit and then it opens up wide. There's number 6. See for miles and miles. Because we're quite high up on the Shroppie. We've been going up locks for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 journeys. So now I think when we start going on any other locks, we're going to be going down the locks. Bridge number 8. And hopefully this might be the last of the narrow section.
So you don't meet anyone. Give them a hoot, give them the horn.
You did.
What can I else can I do? Oh, there's a bloke there.
No, there's not. And that's the view we have, isn't it? So we don't, where I was holding the camera up the top so you could see in front of the boat, that's actually the view that we get. So you can't see in front of the boat, which is why I'm usually sitting at the front.
There are swans ahead.
See the swans up ahead. We're still following them swans. There's a boat. Look at the stonework in that bridge, it is stunning. That is gorgeous. Wow. Look at that. the scenery on the Shropshire Union so far. This is fantastic. Beautiful down here. Still hear those church bells. Sounds fantastic. Now this is a bit of a tight bridge for Martin. I'm going to stay perfectly still. You hear the church bells. I'm wondering if it's in respect of the Queen. This is Saturday, the 17th, I believe. So 2 days before the funeral. They've been going for absolutely ages as we've been coming along here. Church bells seem to be getting louder and louder, so I'm assuming we're getting closer to that church and we'll perhaps see it at some stage. We can now see the church. It's there. What a lovely sound. It's echoing all the way around. So the bells have stopped on the church, and I've just been told